Hi guys, there are a lot of things going around GST. What is this GST? How it is going to affect us? So this video will talk about the complete overview about what GST is all about. So this video will be basically helpful for the people who are applying for the GDPI interview skills. So you can answer the question on GDPI, even the GK test. Fine. So be with me for the next few minutes. I'll give the complete overview about GST in a very funny way, in a very interesting way. Alright. So there are a lot of memos going around GST, what GST is all about. So for example, this Modi Churan, or best thing is Alia Bhatt. So good night, sweet dream, take care. Fine. So now we talk about in sense what actually this is all about. So GST is the biggest tax reform which have happened since independence. Fine. So why this GST is required? So GST is basically joining up everything, excise duty to service tax to custom duty to octroi, VAT, everything is going to be combined together into one place. This is what GST is all about. That's the best part of GST. Why we need to combine all these things? Let's take example of petrol. Petrol is sold for 30 rupees by the oil companies. Fine. But you add excise duty 25 rupees onto that. Fine. VAT, other taxes as well. So it's finally sold for 75 rupees in Bombay, for example. Fine. So all these extra taxes which are added by the state government, central government are now will be combined into one thing called GST. Now, so the four part of GST, fine, 5%, 12%, 18% and 28%. So things which are very, very essential will be taxed lower than that. For example, coffee, tea will be taxed lower and aeroplanes will be taxed higher, which obviously makes sense. But a lot of ifs and buts are involved in that, so we'll see that as we go along. Fine. So there are three kind of GSTs. One is the central GST for the central government, the tax they collect so that they can spend on the central expenses like building national highways or taking care of the army. Fine. On the state government is the state level, so they take care of the state level expenditure through the taxes, so which is like police, managing the law and order situation of the country, of the state. Fine. And then the integrated GST, which is kind of an intra union territories and other states combined into integrated. So union territories, I cannot find any other image for UT for alcohol because the only thing I know is union territory means cheap alcohol. Fine. So there are three kind of taxes which are there. Fine. So you can get this as a question as well. What is the full form of SGST or CGST? Okay. So now comes the main question, kab aayega? We have been waiting for GST since 2003, since Kelkar committee was formed. Fine. But it finally will be implemented on July 1st, 2017. That's the tentative date for the implementation of the GST. Alright. So there are some items which are going to be taxed as 0%. Fine. For example, no tax will be imposed on fresh meat, butter, curd, fruits, vegetables. There is no tax. Fine. So things you can buy off the road, off the shelf from the shopkeepers, vendors will not be taxed, which is fairly simple. Obviously, how can we tax also? Fruit का tax कितना कैसे लगाएंगे? How will you find out कि उसने कितना fruit बेचा है? ठीक है. But the best part here, which is added here, is bindi and sindoor. So all the married women are happy. चले GST जो भी हमें नहीं पता, लेकिन हमारा बिंदी सिंदूर पे कोई tax नहीं. No increase in that prices. Now comes the second part, which is 5% tax. So all these items like skim milk, blended coffee, frozen vegetables, coffee, tea, all these things are taxed at 5%. It's fairly simple. But what is lifeboat doing here? Okay, lifeboat also added to that as 5% tax. Okay. So frozen vegetables 5%. 12% में आ गया frozen meat, butter, ghee, all these things. ठीक है. यार frozen vegetables is 5%, frozen meat is 12%. This is so anti-Punjabi. What will you do? ठीक है. Mobile phone में 12% टैक्स लगाना ठीक है, चलता है. But why sausages? Fine, they have specifically asked for sausages, fruit juices. ठीक है. So that's what we have 12%. Then we have 18%. So 18% पे आ गया refined oil, refined sugar, pasta, cornflakes, all these things. If you read these things, there are notebooks as well. तो बेटा तुम्हारी education तो free है, लेकिन notebook का we are going to charge 18%. ठीक है. And the best part is your coloring book, we just talked about earlier, the 12% rate is 12%. So things you need more, notebooks is 18%, and things you need less, coloring books is 12%. ठीक है. So cameras, monitors, speakers all come as part of 18% tax. ठीक है. 28% are luxury items. So all these luxury items like chewing gum, all these things come as a part of pan masala will be highly taxed, which is fairly simple, which is understood. Fine. So pan masala को tax करना बनता भी है. But why shaving creams? Why deodorant? Why aftershave? Why shampoo? So all these things will be taxed at 28%. So the prices are going to go up. Other things at 28% is your wallpapers, ceramic tiles, water heaters, washing machines, ATM, mobile phones, automobiles, sorry. Fine. Private aircraft, yes, makes sense to charge 28%. But why washing machine? Alright, finally move to the main feature of the GST. So electronic payment, paperless, where everything will be paperless. That's the best advantage. No paperwork required. Then single point interface for challan. That is again a very important thing. There's 1.1 window for everything. Online payment for debit card, credit card. That's again the best part. And common accounting codes. That's very easy for everybody. Alright, if you like India improving and the GST, so do subscribe to my channel so you can get all the updates automatically. And do watch the other videos which are there from my channel. Alright, thank you very much for watching this video.